Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Oh my gosh, okay, yeah. Petty tea, something to nibble on. How are you guys doing? I hope it's a good day, night, evening, whatever. But yeah, embrace. And if after this, in the middle of this, if you need to listen to a good song to get yourself into that right mojo, and I haven't said it in a while, but if you have a goal, stick to it. Don't let any of this toxic, awful, terrible, just this, I don't know, just so much stuff going on right now, but especially from people. Like for me, it was family, so called boyfriend who was a no good. But yeah, listen to all of the reasons I broke up with Mr. No Heart. Yeah, it's like it's an acronym or whatever. Look those episodes up. I have over 40 more episodes I need to do on that one, and the list is growing. But yes, check that out. When it comes to toxicity, but at the same time, with the toxicity that is around you, turn lemons into lemonade. With my exes or with all of the terrible men in my life that have tried to damage me, remember the one guy, like if you guys have been listening, you already know about the full story. Well, at least majority of the story. I haven't told a full story, but scattered in episodes I've told the story about the guy who, when I got into grad school for my first master's, my MA, he told me, well, you have to choose me or your master's because you can't have both because I don't want a smart woman. But then do you know how many black men? Because I've been dragging the Middle Eastern Indian men lately because, yeah, especially after this election and how like some Middle Eastern men told me that black women aren't smart enough to vote and stuff like that. So they are here to cancel up. Like, yeah, let's just say I have heard so much awful, terrible, toxic things from Middle Eastern and Indian men. So it's like I just feel, and since I've dragged the colonizer men, if you've been listening, you already know who the colonizers are. I've dragged a lot of the African American men, especially African American men who tell me that it's like to be a black woman, it's only one definition. You can't invest, you can't get an education, you can't go after goals and dreams. I have to talk a certain way, all this other stuff or whatever. But yeah, so let's just say, yeah. Oh, and speaking, oh my gosh, so much like 2025 has just been such. Well, and this is one reason why I'm like, yes, listen to some good music, and as you guys know, I love anime, I love animation, but also K-dramas. I've mentioned that I recently watched only one time. I'm going to watch it again. And because yes, like there's so many shows I need to do paper analysis on, and I probably should do this on the Nerd channel, but yeah, I don't have enough time yet while trying to finally finish the novel and the greeting cards and the candles and the website and everything for the business. Yay, me. But Genie Make a Wish, the K drama. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Like, yeah, it's like Grandma's my favorite character. It's felt like, I don't know, it's just, especially after a lot of the things I've been through. And it's, I know my disability being isn't the same, but because mine's a walking disability, but at the same time I feel like the way she kind the grandmother was kind of embodied somebody who I wish my mother like my mother was extremely hard on me, but it was because I was undiagnosed and she was blaming me, putting me through such awful, terrible thing. Like when I say awful, listen to like the Gray Sheep episodes, and I have so many more Gray Sheep episodes. But when I say some of those stories, it literally just mentally, I need time to heal because going back to those very extremely traumatic days is a lot. But yeah, it's like, you know what? I'll talk about that all in an episode. But yeah, the grandmothers, like, I think I was kind of wondering, like, why do I feel such like a relationship with the grandmother? But it's for many reasons, especially with something that happened to her. It's like I can relate to her in so many ways. But yeah, so watch that one. But okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty and the main event. But yeah, Isaac, I don't know. Something's just telling me to tell you guys just either one of your favorite shows, even if it's, I know, like, I think my sister was like a Gilmore fan back in the day. And it's like, oh yeah, oh, Golden Girls, I was like, I love Golden Girls. So it's like, if you can catch that, like, I mean, I don't know what your shows are, but something that will make you laugh and heal your spirit. And I mean, I know it's Halloween season. Some people, they watch horror movies for fun. My life was a horror movie, so no thanks. No thanks. But do you, boo? It's like, if you like that scary, do you? Oh, and I'm probably gonna be rewatching for like maybe the 40th, 50th time, The Residents, and also K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, I say, yeah, the variety of shows that I watch, because yeah, like The Residence is absolutely amazing, and again with disability representation, which I love. And it's like, it's a character who, she doesn't have a love interest, but the way that she loves her nephew, and you can see that family connection, and just amazing, beautiful. So yeah, I'm saying some suggestions and things if you need something that will be riveting, but something like, that can, tug at you. Because, yeah, but let's get to it, because I have a lot to say, and I'm probably turning this into a two-parter again. Yay. Okay. But, Republicans, Republicans, Republicans. And you know what? One thing that's really funny with my channel is, do you know how many colonizing women, girls or women, I don't know how old they are, they would have the nerve to come to my, like, especially when I talk about black women, when what we go through. Oh, they put a thumbs down so quickly. Probably because they're haters and they don't like when black people say the truth. And oh, they hate when I have the screenshots. They hate when I have the screen. They hate when I have the screenshots. Go to the dating nightmare episode, and you know what? Oh, I've been so busy lately uploading more stuff on Patreon that I'm like, okay, I can't put the screenshots on this episode, not this episode, okay, because I need to upload, because I have over, oh, I think I have around 500 to 1,000 more pictures that I need to put on Patreon. And a lot of these are, or I think 90% of them are Republicans, and the terrible, awful things that they tell me on dating apps. Yeah, Facebook dating, Hinge, Bumble, and Meet Me, Scout. Yeah, over the years, like, I joined Meet Me and Scout because they had that. They have the thing where you can go live and talk. And during COVID, I'm a it was like I was going through my surgery, and then finally, like, going through months of tests to be diagnosed or whatever. So emotionally, I needed that. So that, but yeah, that's the only reason I joined. But then, yeah, if you've been listening, you already know how I created the list of standards. My top dating standard is, you must not be a Republican or anyone on the right of, politics or whatever. And oh, the hate. It was pouring men, pouring hate. Bullies, hateful, awful, terrible, vile, heartless men, just all the time. And I ended up having a collection of, at first I was like, oh, I have 100 pictures. Or first it started off 5, 10, but this was all within the same week. And I'm like, oh, wow, men really don't like that, my top standard. And if you've been listening, you know all of the standards now. I post the screenshot of my standards, but the two that they hate the most are my politics. And I ask, can you please have more than just a high school diploma? Because most men with high school diplomas, they hate me or they put me down or they're highly negative with of me because I have 3 degrees and 3 certifications. And so they tell me that I should have cared more about having babies than having degrees or whatever, or getting degrees and stuff. So, and then they tell me, you better not try to start a business. The only business you need is for me to get in between your legs so that you can have a baby. And yeah, those are the kind of things they tell me. Oh my gosh. Guys, have you heard about what the young Republicans got caught doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just like, ooh, they got. They got. They got in trouble. Ooh. It's like, oh, I need some popcorn. I need a nice tall peach soda or pineapple right here. Ooh, they got. Baby, they got. But the thing is, they think only these young kids, and they're trying to blame Generation Z when baby, millennials, Generation X, even boomers. Like, babies, when I tell you I have screenshots for days. And it's like my Patreon's only $2 a month, so there's a because I wanted to make sure it was at a low cost so that other people with disabilities would be able to, because I have free stuff, but part of me is just like I'm trying to get a business together. So, and it's like with the candles and the greeting cards and the children's books and the activity books and the novels and everything like that. But it's like, I mean, since I put a lot of work into the Patreon, I'm like, can I at least get enough for like a gas station coffee? You know. But anyway, babies. Do you realize how many screenshots that I have when these men call me a slave and the N word and Jim Crow, and that I'm the trash of this country because I'm a Democrat and things like that? Do you know how many times these men have been racist? Oh, and okay, or bigoted, because there are black men who tell me that there's no way that I can have the education that I have because I'm black, or there's no way I can have a house, even though I don't have house on my list. I have investments. Oh yeah, the black men, they hate the investment part. And part of me was just like, I don't care if it's an Acorn account with $5 a week or a month or whatever. It's a start. I don't care. Like, it's like, and I just asked that because almost every single relationship I've been in, I am the responsible one with my money. They're the ones who either try to borrow, steal, take, or corrupt, or blackmail me, or if you already know about Mr. Lock a Key, Mr. No Heart. I have mentioned a few other ones, but yeah, Scott. Oh my gosh, yeah, that jerk. Oh, yeah. But babies, they're acting like this is brand new. They're acting like they're so shocked. They're acting like just racism just came back. Like no, black women, especially, we know it's like with dating apps. Black women already know like a lot because some of these white men, some of these colonizer men, they like for years, like, do you know how many men who would write me? They know we're not compatible, but they would write me and they're like, oh, well, it's like, I think you're ugly. But the only reason I wrote you, because I need to ask, how many baby daddies do you have? And when I was like, I don't have kids, I don't have a baby daddy. Oh, that's right, because you're so ugly. And it's like, yeah, your N word. No one would want your N word. And it's like, okay, yeah. And this one was on Plenty of Fish. This has happened a few times, but specifically, this one happened on Plenty of Fish because this guy would have this profile and he would just be so racist, so bigoted. So finally, like now, I don't block anymore because I'm like, I'm gonna screenshot. I don't care. That's like, that's why I have so many right now, because they want the attention. And so if I don't reply to them the first time, they're like, oh, I'm going to be more evil. I'm going to say something awful. I want to see if I can get her to hurt herself. I want to see if I can get her so mad and upset. I want to see if I can get her to be ghetto. I want to see if I can get her to be the stereotypical black woman. I want to see, yeah, there's like they're trying to see what it takes. And they're like, oh, I'm going to be as racist as I can. I'm going to be as hateful as I can. Because, especially like men who were like Mr. No Heart, my last ex boyfriend of 7 years. I dropped out of college and I hate that she has degrees, so I'm going to hurt her feelings so much. I'm going to dehumanize her. I'm going to make her feel like her education doesn't count. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And do you know how many men that try to do this? But I'm like, babies, I've got the diplomas. I've taken the classes. I've passed the classes. I've got everything I need. So it doesn't matter how hard you try to put me down. I got my degrees. I got my degrees. But I don't know why, but so many men. And that's the funny thing is like, oh no, it's some of the women too, because oh, if you really been I know you've been listening if you know of this, because sorry, I'm picturing the screenshots while I talk. But there's so many, I don't know if I'll be able to find all of the examples I'm talking about, but I'm probably going to talk about this on and off for the next couple weeks or few weeks because I am literally every day up trying to upload. Like my goal was like 20 to 30 a night because I have so many, but I think tonight I uploaded around 100, so I'm proud of myself. But the racism, baby, the race, like they act like we're brand new to this. They act like, oh my gosh, we just found this one group of young conservative. No, no, babies, no, 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 no. It's like, it's been like this for years. It's like, people who try to say I'm arrogant or ignorant or naive or dumb or whatever because of how I talk about racism and how I face it. And then also, when that jerk CK had the nerve to tell people, prove your racism, like, because if a black person went up to the mic and like mentioned some racism that they faced, did you go to the police? Do you have any proof? No, I didn't go to the police. I don't believe you then. I don't believe you. Okay, so you know how when a lot of Republican men like blame the LGBTQ community for doing certain or breaking certain laws and stuff, but then turn around and they're the ones that get arrested? They are the ones to blame. Well, they always want to blame black women. They always want to put the fault on black people, saying that you talk about race too much. You talk about racism. You're the racist. And it's like, mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not looking too good right now, is it? Because they keep saying you need to find the proof, you need to find the proof. Maybe it's because a lot of colonizers, it's like their parents have taught them how to be racist, but at the same time, to the point where it's like they know, wait until that person has no witnesses around, or, and also the power of white woman tears. I'm actually going to be using that in one of my novels too. But yeah, the power that white women use, like, for, I mean, they will call a black woman out of her name and say so many awful, terrible things. But then once it's pointed out and everyone's looking at her, oh my, no, it's not my fault. It's like, you can't blame me for this. It's not my fault. Look at my white tears. Look at, no, no, no. Look at my white tears. Not my actions. Look at my white tears. And it's just like, oh my. And then they fall for it. They fall for it. And it's like, not the, okay, not now you guys are stupid. No. You And that's why it's like a superpower, because it's just like They get away with so much, including racism. But then people, and then I don't know, it's like sometimes they get upset when black women need their own space and time and area of their own because we can't trust some like or I'm talking about the colonizers ones, okay? Because some, yeah, it's like I can just see some of these white women are like, oh, is she trying to talk about me? Like, no, colonizers are different than underground. I was like, I nickname the the people who might be able to get an invite to the cookout, like URR for Underground Railroad. Those are the peeps that understand and they are awake and woke and they are aware of the situation going on within the different communities that are outside of themselves. And they will help and guide and they will help speak up. So, so part of me is like, so while you listen, ask yourself, which one are you? Are you a colonizer or are you part of the URR? You decide. You choose. But I know my ex is a colonizer. He pretended that he was part of the URR, but I'm going to tell, like soon, I'm going to tell another why I broke up with Mr. No Heart. And it really, because I thought about this a few days ago and I'm like, oh, I don't know when's the right time to tell this story. But then, oh, when this story came out, I'm like, oh, babies. So it's like that. That's why. That's why the story time came. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay, so I'm going to be telling that another story soon that relates to this topic. But I just have to say, babies, they got. And it's like they might try to pretend and say that they didn't know any better and or but no, it's like in one of the screenshots though, one of them even said, it's like if anyone finds out about this, we would, like, I'm paraphrasing, we would get in so much trouble or something. I'm like, so if you already knew what you were saying was terrible, if you already knew what you're saying is racist, it's like, because especially, okay, with these young Republicans, remember during COVID, Black Lives Matter, and then they turned it around and said all lives matter. It's like, and this is one reason why black people keep trying to tell your tushies, observe and listen. It's like, because with a lot of black women, one reason why a lot of black men run off to colonizer women is because black women, we're like detectives. We put the pieces together. We are very smart and intelligent. They put us down and they try to degrade us and everything like that. But yeah, we know. That's why 92% of us voted the way that we did, because we saw what was going on. We paid attention. We paid attention. But also, with a lot of even the jokes and the comments, it's like, especially with the joke about Puerto Rico and then the one about cats and dogs, and it's like, and then during COVID again, when it's like the with COVID and the Asian community, it's like, I think um like the mistreatment of Asian Americans went up. I think it was around 300 to 500%, something like that. It's like, for anyone who actually knows the number, or if you look it up, if you can please type it into the messages for me. But yeah, it's like black women been paying attention. We have been watching. And then also the part where the orange man said, black jobs. Yeah, he says once they kick out the what he called, like, I'll just say the immigrants, he tried to label illegal. No, they're human beings. But anyway, yeah, he kept saying, "Oh, then the blacks are gonna take them, but that's gonna be the black jobs." And then even earlier this year, he said something about he thought the people from the inner city was going to come and work on the farms and things. Yeah. But you have to pay attention to the history. When they want to take things out that talks about slavery and African American history out of museums because it makes the white people feel bad. If you don't teach the history, that's how you repeat it, and they're trying to take it out so then they have an excuse to repeat it. Look what's happening with our prison system. They're repeating part of the history because some of their prisoners, they're making them work basically for free at even hotels and different establishments. It's like I have one of the articles in my Patreon. That one's free. Like yeah, most of the articles or most of the like talks and things like that are the things I see for current events. Those are free. But I don't know, it's just, and I'm probably gonna put some of the racist screenshots that I've collected on here, but it's gonna be mostly repeats. But yeah, I have so many more. It's scary how many I have. And I think that's one reason why I have to take breaks or I can only do so much in a day because looking at them, especially like when Target did what they did and especially black women were like, nope, we can't shop there anymore. And then all of the sudden, all of these colonizers go on Facebook. Oh, I'm going to go there every day because I'm going to make sure they stay in business. I'm going to make sure they do great. Oh, I love that they did what they're doing. And it's just like one racist thing after another, after another, after another. But then people tell me, our country isn't racist anymore. We voted for Obama. Nah, you didn't. Because sometimes when I say, they hate when I do it. Oh, so did you vote for him? Well, no. Okay, so don't, no, don't use that as an example then. Okay, okay. I was like, I see how some of you Republicans do. You try to slide that in, even though you didn't. Like, kind of like how Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and quite a few other Republicans, but those two, they get on my nerves. So I'm gonna say them for examples. They vote against something, but then it passes anyways, and next thing you know they're gloating about it on a commercial so that they can get reelected. They're bragging about something they voted against in the first place, but then they're going to brag that they got accomplished even though they weren't for it. And then, oh, that reminds me, it's like, yeah, I skipped over some other things, but there will be a part two. But we also have to remember, like like I said, black women, we pay attention. The Crown Act, yeah, it's legal in about 16 to 20 states right now. I don't think it's 20 yet, but the things that Marjorie and Lauren said about it and how it wasn't needed and things, but it wasn't racist. But then young men with their braids and locks and things like that, they get suspended and kicked out and everything. But yeah, it's not racist. Well, you already know it's going to be a part two, but it's just kind of funny how now they want to act like, oh, this is just brand new. We thought racism was done. This is appalling. Oh, well, I don't know where this generation got it from you guys, from grandma and grandpa from the segregation days. They want to go back to those days. To remember, make America great again. You have to remember your history. Where did that slogan start? Back with the hate groups. Back to the hate groups. So if you don't know your history with the Make America Great Again, you really need to learn some history and that just shows how poorly educated some of you guys are because none of you did your homework. You're too scared about DEI. You're too scared about the 1619 and Black Lives Matter and everything like that, but you're so just okay, I need a part two. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too. And they got.